What's up guys, welcome back to the Detail Garage. Now we've still got this Nissan GTR in the shop. I'm gonna go through the whole breakdown of our chemical guys Flowchart, starting with the wash. Now over here, I've got my 2-bucket method set up already. I'm gonna be using citrus washing glass because this car, although it looks clean, it probably has some prior waxes and coatings that we wanna take off just so we can get a fresh start. So the citrus washing glass is gonna strip it of all previous coatings to give it a nice smooth finish. To clean the rims, I'm also gonna use the citrus washing glass because although there's brake dust on here, it comes off super easy. This wheel has a coating on it that's gonna make it super simple to clean. So let's get started by rinsing down the whole vehicle. So now that the car has been rinsed off, it's time to move on to the actual foaming process. So back over here, like I mentioned, I've got my 2-bucket method set up. I've got 2 dirt traps. I'll just insert them into the bucket. Now the reason why we use the dirt trap is because what it's actually doing is trapping the dirt underneath these cones, and that's going to prevent it from dragging all the dirt back over the vehicle and also keeping it out of your fresh water. Now with any traditional wash, you want to start with the wheels. I'm not going to go totally in depth with those. If you want to check out how to do a full wheel detail, check out our Chemical Guys website where we've got tons of videos showing you how to do just wheel videos. But I'm going to kind of brush over that. I've got a wheel bucket set up down here. I'm going to add a little bit of citrus washing gloss to that just so I can have some extra foam as we clean. And then also up here, this is going to be my designated wash bucket. I'll add about 1 ounce to the wash bucket. And then we'll get it foaming using the pressure washer. So with any detail, you want to start with the tires. As I mentioned before, the tires aren't super dirty, so I'm not going to go into full wheel detail. Just using a couple brushes and the citrus washing gloss, it'll help take down any of that road grime and the brake dust. So earlier I used the ferret brush to get in between the spoke and the barrel and the caliper of the rim. Now I'm using the soft green flag tip brush to knock off the brake dust that's on the face of the rim. The reason why I'm doing this is because this is a super soft brush that's going to be gently removing any kind of contaminants that are on the actual face of the rim. Now as you wash, it's important to start from the top down. This way you're not dragging any dirt over areas you've already cleaned. Also, you want to work in straight lines. This way, say you do pick up a rock or a stick or something that's going to cause a scratch. If you go in straight lines, it's a lot harder to notice and a lot easier to repair than it would be if you say went in a circle or a swirl, which is a lot more noticeable and a lot more difficult to polish out. So once you've been washing the car for a while, you're going to start picking up a lot of that dirt on your wash mitt. That's why you want to go over to your second bucket and then run it down against the dirt trap, and this is going to help take off any of the contamination off your wash mitt, keeping your water as clean as possible. So then come back into your clean water, get some more soap on there, and keep on washing. So I've just finished foaming up the car. I've got all the dirt, scrubbed off of it, and I'm gonna go and rinse it off before it starts drying. Castle in the sky. So we've just brought the GTR inside. Now we're going to go ahead and dry it. To help me, accomplish that, I'm going to use afterwash. And what this is a drying aid that's going to help me, reduce the amount of water spots. And what it's doing is, as you spray it on the surface, you can see the water start beating up. It's actually breaking the surface tension between the surface and the actual water. Also, to help me dry, I'm going to be using the gray matter waffle weave towel. The design of this towel helps trap a lot of product, a lot of water, without leaving any streaks behind. Now, whenever you get a fresh towel, you want to rip off the tag just so you don't create any new scratches or swirls. And then you just start, dragging it across the paint, picking up all that water. So I've already finished drying off the body, and I'm moving on to the rims. I changed towels because I don't want to use that towel on the rims getting dirty or pick it up on the ground or something, pick up a lot of rocks and then bring it back on the body at a later time. So I'm using these black towels because these are designated for things like your rims, tires, exhaust, and they're just really easy to color coordinate so you don't use them on anything else. I'm still using the afterwash to help me pick up any water spots. It's also going to add a little bit of shine as I dry, which will make these rims look really nice. Well guys, we just finished washing the Nissan and it looks amazing. Using that citrus washing gloss, we were able to take off any of that loose dirt and debris, and also it took care of all the previous coatings of glazes, waxes, and sealants. So now it's ready for the next step in the detailing process. And as I had mentioned earlier, we're going through the whole flowchart on this GTR. We started with the wash, and next is going to be the clay. So tune in next time when we bring the GTR back in the shop and we pull off all the impurities that are stuck in the pores in the paint. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.